July 15th, 2007, the lives of Jeanine and Dean changed forever. Madison, their youngest of two daughters, at age 5 years of age, suffered a seizure while the family was at the cottage they were in the midst of building. Madison had always been a healthy and energetic young girl, but to be safe, her father Dean took her to CHIO the next day. Madison avait toujours été une jeune fille en santé et énergique, mais au plus de la certitude, Dean, son père, déciderait de conduire au CHIO le lendemain. After performing some tests on Madison, the doctors gave Dean and Jeanine news that parents should never have to hear. Their daughter had an inoperable and terminal tumor on her brainstem. They decided to take Madison to Roger's house where she could live out her last days. On Tuesday, July 17th, 2 days after her first seizure, Madison passed away after her one and only night at Roger's house. How to go forward after this tragedy was a difficult question for Jeanine and Dean and their then 7-year-old daughter, Hannah. But Madison's passing has brought the family in contact with Roger's house, a place they hadn't known about before their daughter was admitted. Their daughter had spent only one night there, but they knew that Roger's house was a family that they wanted to be a part of and to help grow. Just 6 weeks after Madison's passing, they entered a team in the walk, roll, and run for Roger's house and raised almost $20,000. Inspired by their success, Jeanine and Dean decided to organize the first annual Maddie's Gala for February of 2008, which close to $10,000 was raised. The second gala raised $12,000, and then the third, $25,000, and the fourth, $33,000. And this past February, the 5th annual Maddie's Gala raised over $50,000. They had just set out to raise $100,000 in 10 years, but Jeanine and Dean did it in 4 and have now raised over $150,000 for Roger's house. Incredible. S'était donné pour l'objectif de recueillir $100,000 en 10 ans, mais Jeanine et Dean ont reculé cette somme en 4 ans. Et ils ont maintenant récolté $150,000 pour la maison de Roger ici à Ottawa. I know that it must have been incredibly difficult for them to live without Madison, but for their work for Roger's house will continue and will touch so many other families and young boys and girls in our city. Jeanine and Dean, on behalf of my colleagues on Ottawa City Council, I want to thank you for all the work that you have done for Roger's House. I'm thrilled that we're able to present, on behalf of your council, Jan Harder, the Mayor's City Builder Award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Looking back, after Maddie had passed away, Dean and I started going to bereavement and grief classes at Roger's house. Maddie was actually only at Roger's house for about 5 hours before she passed away. So it's kind of funny when we say we've taken that and raised between $150,000 and $200,000 for Roger's house, but it was in the years that followed Maddie's death when we started going to the classes and being in a room with other parents that had lost children. They knew exactly what we were feeling. The first months were so dark. I don't remember being in the room. I just remember dreading it on Wednesday nights, crying for 2 hours, but then feeling a little lighter every time we left. And I'm happy to report that 4 years later, Dean and I now speak regularly at Roger's house to new families, and we've proved that they will smile, that you will smile again, and just giving back that hope to them is priceless to us.